Because we're so out of our minds with desperation, we don't know any better. All we know is fake fodder and buying. It's how we speak to each other, how we express ourselves is buying. Well, I have a dream. The peak of our dreams is a new hat for our doppel. A hat that doesn't exist. It's not even there. We buy that's not even there. Show us something real and free and beautiful. You couldn't. Yeah? It break us. We're too numb for it. Our minds will choke. It's only so much wonder we can bear. That's why when you find any wonder whatsoever, you dole it out in meager portions. And only then till it's augmented and packaged and pumped through 10,000 pre-assigned filters till it's nothing more than a meaningless series of lights while we ride day in, day out. Going where? Powering what? All tiny cells and tiny screens and bigger cells and bigger screens and bigger screens.
They're irrelevant. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets, and they own all the big media news, all the big media companies. So they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. You know something? They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table to figure out how badly they're getting f***ed by a system that threw them overboard 30 years ago. They don't want that. They don't want
Oprah
that.
and Luther need to keep their ass one way because I'm confused.
Yes, I hope nothing's wrong with Oprah. She doesn't look real.
You know what they want? They want obedient workers.
There is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories. Number of incarcerated citizens per capita, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about.
For a few to be immortal, many must die.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
You really don't know, do you? Everyone can't live forever. Where would we put them? Why do you think there are time zones? Why do you think taxes and prices go up the same day in the ghetto? The cost of living keeps rising to make sure people keep dying.
We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost.
They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. want more for themselves and less for everybody else, and less for everybody else, and less for everybody else.
Men do not put themselves in the same category. Right in the centre of what is primarily a large group of men, although there's Theresa May wearing a blue jacket on the second row, Prime Minister of the UK, of course. Right in the centre is Angela Merkel. She is the host of this G20 summit. It's come down to her to set the agenda. There's Jean-Claude Juncker, President of the European Commission. It gives you an idea when you look at these pictures of quite what a concentration of powerful people this is. You could argue that any of the top world leaders with real sway over what's happening in our world are all within that one photo call that's taking place at the moment.
This image was taken 17,500 feet above Quantico, Virginia, and covers 15 square miles.
This whole image is at a very, very fine resolution. So if we wanted to know what is going on in any spot along this image, say near this building at this intersection, everything that is a moving object is being automatically tracked. The color boxes represent that the computer has recognized the moving objects. You can see individuals crossing the street. You can see individuals walking in parking lots. There's actually enough resolution to be able to see the people waving their arms or walking around, what kind of clothes they wear.
Artificial intelligence only works if you have huge data masses. Artificial intelligence only works if you have big data. But big data only works if you have artificial intelligence to make sense of it, because human beings can no longer sort and sift and order the huge volumes of data that we have collected.
There you go. Ooh, fresh Nike gear, kid. Looking just like a pro.
From Kids Foot Locker. I've always wanted to be a champion like you.
Let's try my face swapping app. You can be me for a sec.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure about this. Let's swap back.
Al Sharpton is one of the most corrupt, evil, selfish, dishonest people I've ever met.
Is that right?
On this side of heaven. I remember the Tawana Brawler situation when this black girl falsely accused the police officers. Al Sharpton went out and nearly destroyed their lives and never apologized, and he was sued for it and hasn't paid the money.
Yeah, it wasn't paid.
Al Sharpton divided and stirred up the races like no one else by lying and pretending that black Americans are suffering due to racism.
Old crust and bone dust!